Hey Jasper, what's with the moody atmosphere? Thanks for keeping the keys safe, Jasper. I'd say Jasper's creepy if I haven't seen the day shifts workers. Smell of old leather, gas, and alcohol. Yep, I love this car. I'll call you Christine from now on. I guess I need the tape first. I guess I need the tape first. A gas station. If I call Jasper from a phone booth, this will become evacuation point instead of ground rock. If I stuck somewhere. Or when I stuck. I remember hiking around these satellite dishes with my dad. He told me they're space related, but it's probably something to deal with Titans. Good luck to anyone who expects actual gas station services here. Hey Jasper, checking in from the gas station near the Woodland Plains. Thanks for listening. With the spotlight switched off, this makes no sense. I have nothing to store here yet. A note to remember. It's not a video game. Arrow points to the north and not towards my target. I don't know you, Clark, but I'm grateful music can save my day. Or night, actually. Also, I hope you left your booze somewhere. I might need it. They said Wyvern likes the bridge near the Windland Plains. Maybe I should check there. So, today I need to find a wyvern somewhere and lure her to the lighthouse on a silent peak. They told me to use satellite towers. Sounds fun. Was supposed to walk the stairs? Titans? The view from up here is quite nice. I wonder why they never allow anyone to go near these structures. It's a good observation point to judge the terrible Woodville entrance crossroad. Decades ago it has been damaged by a mudslide and still here we are.
A summer revival of the famous series which many of our listeners will remember. Tonight's story, the eighth and the last in the series, is called The Signal.
Lights out. Everybody. This is the witching hour. The hour when dogs howl, and evil is let loose on the sleeping world. Sit in the dark now, and listen to Lights Out.
We never came this close. So there is enough power for only one tower to work, and the wyvern is short-sighted. I need to lead only the closest one to her, one at a time.
I was calling to a man who stood beside a railroad track at the bottom of a deep and rocky ravine. One would have thought that, considering the nature of the ground, he would have looked up to where I was standing. But
They said Wyvern likes the bridge near the Windland Plains. Maybe I should check there.
Hello, below there! Because the terrible glare of the setting sun was in my eyes, I put my left arm across my face and waved to him with my right. He looked up and I saw in his face an expression of intense horror. He regarded me fixedly without moving. I shouted, "Is there a path by which I can come down and speak to you?" He continued to stare at me. Gradually, the expression of horror seemed to pass from his face, leaving it a gray, empty mask. When he spoke, his voice seemed to come from a grave. "Why do you wish? No reason. Just want to talk. You have no reason.
So there is enough power for only one tower to work, and the wyvern is short-sighted. I need to lead only the closest one to her, one at a time.
To a narrow path, about 200 yards distant, which descended the rocky wall of the ravine. I carefully made my way down it. The ravine was extremely deep and unusually precipitous. The man's post at the bottom was in as solitary and dismal a place as I'd ever seen. I could see the railroad tracks running into a dark, gloomy tunnel at one end of it. So little sunlight ever found its way to the spot that it had an earthy, deadly smell. And so much cold wind rushed through that it struck a chill into me, as though I'd left the mortal world. Hello, I'm afraid I'm intruding.
Well,
I'd better explain. You see, I'm a reporter for the London Times. You know the Times.
yes, I know the Times.
I'm a new man. I was assigned to do a series of stories on people who work at little-known occupations in the city. And strolling along, seeing you down here, I thought, here is a story.
And that's the reason that brought you down here?
Yes, perhaps I'd better ask you a few questions, hadn't I? For instance, how far down are we? I've never seen anything quite like this before.
52 feet.
Is that considered deep for railroad cutting?
Deepest in the country.
52 feet. And how long is the tunnel?
3/4 of a mile.
I see. And that red signal light in front of the tunnel, is that part of your job? I mean, do you have to see that it stays lighted all the time?
Don't you know that it is?
Don't I know it is? Look, you've been staring at me ever since I called you. Staring as though I were something to be afraid of. I'm just a newspaper reporter, that's all.
Thought I'd seen you before.
Seen me? But where?
There. By that signal light.
But I've never been here before. The part of London I've never visited. No, you may be sure of that.
That's I may. Yes. I'm sure I beg your pardon.
So there is enough power for only one tower to work, and the wyvern is short-sighted. I need to lead only the closest one to her, one at a
I
time.
shouldn't have come down, I suppose.
With the spotlight switched off, this makes no sense.
This is a very good distance from believe that. Yeah, what do you have to do? You have to go to the next guy after they fulfill it out in my
They said the engine was fixed just a few days ago, so it shouldn't bother me for another few days at least. I got work to do in both driving. I need to take passengers.
I would. This wind cuts right through me.
We'll hurry along. There. This will be better. Yes. I'll just put a little more wood on the fire, poke it down.
They said wyvern likes the bridge near the Windland Plains. Maybe I should check there.
I've been here 8 or 9 years, maybe 10. I'm used to the wind. Never changes. Here, take this chair close to the fire.
Thank you. Tell me, don't you ever feel cut off from the world? Almost as though you were marooned and isolated down here?
Yes, I do. This is a world in itself, down here. As wide as the tunnel is, and as high. Those are the boundaries of my world. For 1 hour, sometimes less, the sunlight...
Oh, that's another gas station.
And at night I see the bright stars, as other men do. But that is all our two worlds hold in common.
But why did you ever take such a job?
Because oh, excuse me, the message. 6:15, Roxborough.
10 minutes.
Nothing here. Maybe later I can find something useful lying around.
All well. You know, after talking to you, I feel as though I have lost my I believe
I would expect this to open, but okay, not sure I want to know what's inside anyway.
Difficult to explain. Perhaps I can help you. I've been thinking of that. I've been wondering. So, I've got to tell someone. And you give me some time to think it over. Say until tomorrow night, perhaps then.
You mean you'd like me to come back?
Yes, if it wouldn't be too much trouble.
I'll be here, about the same time. But...
Woodville. My parents still live here.
I want to think it over in my mind first. I want to be sure. Meanwhile, let me light your way to the path.
Oh, yes, of course.
Don't forget your pad and pencil.
Thank you.
Roads here were damaged since the incident when I was 9. Still, you can't drink coffee in a car while driving here.
I didn't think 52 feet would make such a difference in atmosphere.
There's the path. And let me ask one thing of you.
Yes?
When you reach the top, don't call out.
Very well.
And tomorrow when you come, don't call out. Tell me, what made you cry out hello below there tonight?
I don't know. Did I cry something to that effect?
Not to that effect. Those were the very words. I know them well.
I suppose I said them because I saw you below.
With your left hand across your face and your right arm raised.
The sunset was in my eyes.
This place was half dead since I was a child. It seems locked down, took almost no effect here.
What other reason could I possibly have?
You had no feeling that the words and gesture were conveyed to you in any supernatural way?
No, of course not.
I see. Well, good night then. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Yes. Yes, tomorrow night. That night I slept poorly. Or rather, I didn't sleep. Because the man's face was constantly before me. And there was something in the eyes of fear, a wordless crying, agony of spirit that fevered my own brain and wouldn't let me rest. All night long I watched the face, and behind it was the sun going down in flames beyond the ravine, and a figure which I recognized as myself, one arm shading the eyes, the other waving and standing in the ravine and shouting, "Hello below there!" In the morning, my landlady awakened me. She said I'd been crying out in my sleep all night. Throughout that day, I worked with one eye on the clock, counting the hours until my appointment with the signal man. At last it came. The sun was going down again as I made my way down the path into the dank and unwhirly ravine. He was waiting for me at the bottom of this white light. I didn't call to you, as you asked.
I'm glad you didn't. I was waiting for you. Come along, we're going to the hut and talk. It's warm.
Good.
I'm glad you came. The times during the day I feared you wouldn't.
I promised you.
Yes. I've made up my mind to tell you the story. The whole thing. Sit down.
Thank you.
But before I do, tell me, do you believe that I am in my right mind?
Yes. Yes, I believe that.
All right. Do you remember yesterday evening the fact that I took you for someone else?
Yes.
That's what's troubling me.
A mistake, you mean?
No. There's someone else I took you for.
Who is he?
Paper said this was a landscape shift due to natural causes. Now I think, how natural was that? Did we have Titans back then already?
The left arm is across the face, always. And the right arm is waved violently this way. It's as though he were trying to signal me. For God's sake, clear the way.
Where do you see him?
I may as well start at the beginning. One moonlight night about a year ago, I was sitting here when I heard a voice cry out, just as you called last evening. Waving just as you did last night.
One arm across the face, the other waving toward you?
Yes, the voice came hoarsely shouting, and it cried, "Look out! Look out!" And then again,
Hello, below there, look out! I caught up my lamp, turned it on, and ran toward this figure.
said Wyvern likes the bridge near the Windland Plains. Maybe I should check there. This diner was abandoned before I was even born. It's a long story, another time.
This is Arch Obler bringing you another in our series of stories of the unusual. And once again we caution you, these lights-out stories are definitely not for the timid soul. So we tell you calmly and very sincerely, if you frighten easily, turn off your radio now.
So there is enough power for only one tower to work, and the Wyvern is short-sighted. I need to lead only the closest one to her, one at a time.
Miss Goddard, answer the phone,
This was considered art in the old days, and our taxes are still spent on maintaining this.
Oh, yes, Miss Harrison. Here he is. Mr. Obler?
Yes?
Miss Harrison.
Oh, thank you. Hello, Joan. How's the phantom lady? Oh, dear. Yeah, am I in trouble? Well, the last light's out. I just don't know what to write about. Oh, no, I got plenty of ideas, but... Well, men dying in foxholes, and what am I doing? Thinking of fantastic... Well, thanks very much, but I still insist that I ought to be... Yeah, okay. Sure, I'll make this last one a good one, and then that'll be that. If I live through it. Huh? No, I was just talking to myself. I've been doing that rather consistently these last few days. Yes, I guess all
A lamppost in the middle of nowhere. I hope Aslan is around somewhere.
And a glass of water every half hour. Now look here, Miss Harrison, don't worry about me. I'll get the story written tonight if I have to talk to the devil himself to do it. All right, yeah, sure. Oh, fine,
Hey Jasper,
Call me back in
checking
an
in
hour
from the
and I'll have
silent
some kind of a plot
peak.
figured
This
out.
phone booth in the middle of nowhere is a bit
Remember,
creepy.
guys, to Norman.
But what's
Talk to you
normal
later.
anyway?
Well, Miss Goddard, let's get to work.
Yes, sir.
What time is it?